Hey everybody, welcome back to another reaction stream. It is Tuesday. I hope you've had a great start to your Tuesday. This will be on a little bit later on YouTube. Had a late start here this morning, this afternoon, honestly, but it is what it is. We are now live on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, go ahead and hit the follow button. If you are watching on YouTube later, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It is free and it is available. So go ahead and do it. Got some good news. I signed my offer letter for my new job yesterday. Sent that in, so I am officially a part of the gang. I have a new job, which is great. I got laid off end of February, which was not great. But, what is it, like 3 months later? Almost 4 months? Yikes. Yeah, it wasn't easy. So basically what I did is I would stream in the morning and then apply for jobs in the afternoon, and did that pretty much every day I streamed, and eventually it worked out. I interviewed a bunch of times, but never quite seemed to land. I got towards the end on a couple different jobs, but it just never seemed to cross the finish line, unfortunately. But it did finally. It did finally yesterday, which is great. Very excited about that. It might change the schedule a little bit here. Going forward, obviously, I wanted to catch up on all the videos, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll be able to do it before that. But if I don't, these will be usually at night after I get back, because it's just going to be impossible to do these beforehand, because it's going to be probably like a 6:30 a.m. start, just so I miss some traffic. And then I can get back home, miss some other rush hour traffic. How about the traffic? Traffic gets crazy, and I'd rather honestly work earlier than later and not put myself in that situation. So they will be at night. It was going to be at night anyway going forward after I got a job. I caught up with the videos, so it might happen a little sooner than me actually catching up. But yeah, looking forward to it. Should be interesting. Definitely scary. You know, it's always that scary time where you're just like, how's this going to go? How are the people going to be? Like, it's like very much like the first day of school where you're just like, I don't know how this year's going to go, but I'll give it a shot. But I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Let's go ahead and hop into his. Got some great videos today. If you'd like to request your own and have them on stream, head on over to toddreacts.com. Join the season and series tiers. Those are the requesting tiers, and you can request videos to show up right here. If you'd just like to watch the longer form content, which I have examples of right here, you can join the episode tier. There's going to be a lot more of those posted in the near future as I start to catch up on those as well. Looking forward to that. If you want to just consider it like a month-long movie ticket, pay that, and then you get access to all the long-form content as it gets posted, as well as the archive, obviously. And you get to check out everything that the season and series tiers are requesting, but obviously for a lesser fee, not requesting videos yourself. And go ahead and subscribe to the Todd Reacts YouTube channel. Thanks for the follow, you good whiz. Appreciate it. Go ahead and or subscribe to the Todd Reacts YouTube channel. And we are marching towards 20,000 on there. Should be interesting. Super happy to cross 10. My day's going well. How's yours going? Thanks for joining. We are marching towards 20,000, which is super cool. Very cool, actually. So go ahead and subscribe today. Also, check out the Todd Reacts Plays YouTube channel. I dual stream gaming streams live on Twitch and the Todd Reacts Plays channel. So if you want to check those out, go ahead and do so. We're in the process of selecting a new game. So you're going to see a poll there on the Todd Reacts Plays channel, as well as in the Discord. Discord's free and open, so go ahead and join. And you're going to vote on which game I play next. I just finished Life is Strange, Chapter 5, Episode 5, whatever you want to call it. It was super awesome. Very fun to play. And I can't wait to see what game we're going to get into next. Obviously, there's going to be some Fortnite streams. Boy, I was having some real issues with it last time. I streamed Fortnite last night, and boy, I don't know about this season. I really don't. But go ahead and check out the summer collection. It just launched June 1st. Tons of new items, athletic shorts, a polo, jerseys, new leggings, and a bunch more crop tees, athletic shorts, tank top, and a ton of accessories as well, including a nice little insulated tumbler with a metal straw. Looking forward to getting mine of that. And yeah, I'd say join the Discord. Oh, you know what? I'll give the Discord preview here. And also, I want to go over this. So if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, because last month in April, 84% of the watch time on the channel as a whole was done by non-subscribers. Very easy. It's free to join. You get to subscribe to everybody you enjoy. It helps you kind of keep track of everybody's videos instead of just relying on the YouTube algorithm. I used to do that until I realized I was missing out on videos from people I actually enjoyed and wanted to keep up with. So I created a account, and that's kind of what started this, honestly. But I don't even use the Gmail account associated with it. I just kind of use it to log in, basically. So you don't have to use the email that it creates for you. But yeah, go ahead and sign up today. It's free. It's easy. It's nice for the creator to see that number go up. It doesn't really mean anything other than that. And it's great to keep track of people. So, I'm a YouTube content consumer, and I do the exact same. And it gives you a nice little page with a feed specifically of your subscriptions, which is super cool. So go ahead and do that today. Here's a preview of the Discord. I think we're almost to 70 members of the Discord, which is super cool. It was on fire last night. I woke up to so many notifications. You're going to get a lot of different discussions going on. I put all the live stream event information in the events, including the gaming streams, links and everything, and it tells you when it's live. You can request channels if you want something specific that you really want to talk about, you want to see if people are into. You can request a channel, and we'll just create it for you. And you can have at it. Obviously, we have channels for me specifically where I give you updates on streaming, if there's a cancellation, if I'm late, etc. Merch and Discord ideas. You can put any ideas you have for the Discord in there. All feedback is good feedback as far as I'm concerned. Then we have a ton of reaction channels where you could talk about your favorite shows, anime, Danmei, Doctor Who, Umbrella Academy, Shadow and Bone. Like, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And you can request your own. And then we have a ton of cool stuff here. Gaming, you can talk about gaming. I just did a Life is Strange review on there. And I'll probably do a little review for every game I complete on the gaming streams. Memes, pet pics, all you could ever want. Adventure photos. If you do anything fun, let us know. And food photos. I mean, who doesn't like looking at food? If you have any recipes you want to give people for something you tried that's super great, let us know. Rant rave, you could just go off on whatever you want to go off on, basically. Music, what are you listening to? What do you think people should be listening to? Artists, what are you working on? What are you working on in the future? Do you have any commissions? That kind of stuff. Let us know, because it's super interesting. It's very interesting stuff. And I'm excited to see just what kind of artists are in the community. Very cool. Happy and Wholesome is brand new. Any sort of good deeds that you've done or interesting things that have happened to you, I just posted in there about getting a job. Finally, yay. But anything you want that's wholesome or happy, go ahead and put it in there so we can all celebrate for you and with you. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the first video. It is Sakura and, oh boy, Shyy, Still Falling for You. It is a music video. I'm assuming there's words to it. Maybe. I'm not exactly sure. But I'm hoping it's at least in English because I don't have the subtitles. But we will see. This is from Cardcaptor Sakura. I've never heard of it. We're gonna, obviously, as we do with every stream, we're gonna look into it, find out about it, more information on the characters, the story, etc. So we have videos from there, General Hospital, specifically a Trina video, Dimension 20, 911 Lone Star, and then we end it with an Attack on Titan compilation of TikToks. So let's go ahead and jump into the first video.
Fire and ice, this love is like fire and ice. This love is like rain and blue skies. This love is like sun on the rise. This love got me rolling the dice. Don't let me lose. So falling for you. So falling for you.
Might be a bit of a quicker stream today because the videos aren't as long, which is honestly probably a good thing. That stream yesterday was 3 hours. 3 hours long for 5 videos. That's a lot.
So falling for you. So falling for you. It took us a while. With every breath a new day. With love on the line.
As with every stream I post on YouTube, by the way, timestamps are available in the description.
So falling for you. So falling for you. And just like that, all I breathe, all I feel, you are all for me.
Oh, the eyes are really stunning. The highlighting, the lighting, I really like the art direction here.
Brighter than gold, this love shining brighter than gold. This love is like letters and bolts. This love is like out of control. This love's never growing old. You make it new. So falling for you. So falling for you. It took us a while, 'cause we were young and unsure. With love on the line. What if we both would need more? But all your flaws and scars are mine. So falling for you. So falling for you. So falling for you. And just like that, all I breathe, all I feel, you are all for me. I'm in, and just like that, all I breathe, all
This is a great song. I haven't heard it in a minute.
you are all for me. No one can lift me, catch me the way that you do. Still falling for you. Falling, crashing to my arms. Love you like this, like the first kiss, never let go. Falling, crashing to my arms, never breaking what we got. Falling for you.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
Falling for. And
Seems like some powers, obviously. Manipulation of the environment. Obviously, they both have something special about them.
Still falling for you.
That was adorable in every sense of the word. Go ahead and check out the link to the original in the YouTube description. I always put the original links in the YouTube description. If you're unaware, go check it out. You might like more videos on their channel. Never know. For that, some much deserved love. That was a beautiful little edit. Great song choice. Not exactly sure what was going on there, so definitely need to look into more of what that show is, what they're doing, how the relationship builds, I guess. It's very interesting. They're obviously both special in some way, powers or something. Yeah, let's go ahead and look into that. I'm just confused. I'm very confused. But let's go ahead and look into that. Cardcaptor Sakura is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by the Lamp. 12 volumes, 96 to 2000. Story centers on Sakura, an elementary school student who discovers magical powers after accidentally freeing a set of magical cards into the world. You must retrieve the cards to prevent catastrophe. Each of these cards grants different magical powers and can only be activated by someone with inherent magical abilities. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. Assuming when the magical cards got sent into the world, they just went all over the place. Now Sakura's got to hunt them down, and it probably leads to many different areas, many different adventures. Interesting to find out why they have inherited magical. What makes them special? How did they get those? I'm assuming Sakura had to use the magical powers against other things or beings. But let's go ahead and see if we can. TV series and first film for North America on the English title Cardcaptors. It makes sense now, Cardcaptors. All 70 episodes were dubbed, while other English-speaking territories received the full run. The version aired on American television with heavily edited into 39 episodes. Wow. From 70 to 39, that's wild. That is such amount of editing, that's wild. Good grief. Critically well received. Critics praised it for its creativity and described it as a quintessential shoujo manga, as well as a critical work for manga in general. It was awarded an award for Best Manga of 2001. The television series was praised for transcending its target audience, young children, and being enjoyable to older viewers. For its artwork, humor, characterization, and animation. It won an award for Best Anime in 1999. The American edit of Cardcaptors, however, was criticized for removing elements essential to the plot. Well, yeah, if you're going from 70 episodes to 39, you're going to lose so much of the plot. It's going to be almost unwatchable if you're familiar with the original at all. Good grief. That's crazy. Cardcaptor Sakura takes place in a fictional town, which is located somewhere near the capital of Tokyo. 10-year-old Sakura accidentally releases a set of magical cards known as Clow cards from a book in her basement created by and named after the sorcerer Clow Reed. Each card had its own unique abilities. Well, that brings to question, why was it in her basement? Each card has its own unique ability and can assume an alternate form when activated. The guardian of the cards, Cerberus, nicknamed Kero, emerges from the book and explains that only a person with magical powers could open the seal of the book, revealing that Sakura can do magic. That's fascinating. Kero, how many people can do magic? That begs that question. Oh. Kero chooses Sakura to retrieve the missing cards. As she finds each card, she battles its magical personification, beats it by sealing it away. Oh, that's why she needs those magic powers. Cerberus acts as her guide, while her best friend and second cousin, films her exploits and provides her with both battle costumes and moral support. Sakura's older brother watches over her while pretending that he is unaware of what's going on. That's nice. How do you pronounce this? Sometimes spelled as Shauran. Shauran? I think that's how you say it. Shaoran, or Shaoran. A boy Sakura's age and a descendant of Clow Reed arrives from Hong Kong to recapture the cards himself. While initially antagonistic, not surprising, he comes to respect Sakura and begins aiding her in capturing the cards, so they join forces a little bit. Once Sakura captures all the cards, she is tested by Yu, the card's second guardian, to determine if she is worthy of becoming the card's true master. Yu is also the true form of Yukito, Toya's best friend, who Sakura has a crush on. Aided by her school teacher, Kaho, Sakura passes the test and becomes the new master of the Cloud cards. Afterwards, a transfer student from England, and later confirmed as a reincarnation of Clow Reed, arrives and begins causing disturbances with two guardian-like creatures, Finol and Ruby. Sakura is suddenly unable to use the Cloud cards and transforms her wand, beginning the process of evolving the cards into Sakura cards, as the transfer student causes strange occurrences that forces her to use and thus transform certain cards. Once all the cards have been transformed, Uriel tells Sakura that he aided her in converting the cards so they would not lose their magic powers. Shaoran later confesses his love to Sakura, who comes to realize she also loves him. Cardcaptor Sakura concludes with Shaoran returning to Hong Kong with a promise to return. 2 years later, Shaoran moves back permanently. Well, that's lovely. That's sweet. The plot of the anime series is extended, featuring 52 Cloud cards for the manga's original 19. Certain scenes are stretched and delayed, such as Cerebrus's true form not being revealed until just before Yu's appearance. Sakura creates a 53rd card, Hope, a talent she is not shown to have in the manga. Some of the circumstances around the capturing of the cards has changed, such as Shaoran capturing several cards himself and being tested by Yu in the final judgment. Shaoran's cousin and fiancée, Mei Ling, is introduced in the anime, who positions herself as a jealous and romantic rival for Sakura later in the series, and also a friend until she returns to Hong Kong. Well, that's interesting. That's a little spicy. The TV series leaves the relationship between Sakura and Shaoran unresolved, but Sakura confesses her love to Shaoran at the end of the second anime film. In the OVA that bridges the stories of the original series and the Clear Card anime, Shaoran returns 2 years later, just like in the manga. So a little different there. A little difference. Boy, they definitely expanded the heck out of it, from 19 cards to 53. Well, 52, and then one was created. Good grief. Well, that's kind of interesting. I like the fact that cousin and fiancé is introduced in the anime. Jealous and romantic rival. That's kind of interesting. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. Genre, magical girl romance. Sakura, wow, this is pink. Wow, this is pink. Everything will definitely be all right. Sakura's catchphrase. Heroine and protagonist character of Cardcaptor Sakura. That makes sense, right? Introduced as a 10-year-old. In Clear Card arc storyline, she is a freshman attending junior high school. Okay, so she's 10, 11 in the original. And she's 13, 14 in the Clear Card. 10, 11, 12, 13. Wait a second. How old is Shaoran? Fiance. What? Hold up. What? How does this make sense? They're like young kids. Was his betrothed since early childhood? Interesting. Boy, that is something. I'm assuming it's like infatuation began when she was about 5 and had found and retrieved her lost bird. She then vowed to marry him if he didn't find someone that he loved more than her. Promised that he reluctantly agreed to. Through this, she tried to involve herself in his mission to capture the cloud cards despite having no magical powers, to the point of being abrasive to others around her. She eventually mellowed out. She was initially heartbroken when she realized that Shaoran loved Sakura, but after a heart-to-heart, she accepted the fact and gave her support. Afterwards, she remains close friends. Okay. All right. That was completely... Wow. I don't know why it was worded like that, but that was interesting. Fiance is definitely not the right word, but I get it. I get it. The point of it is to, like, we're getting married someday. It's not really fiance, especially when you're like 10. But anyway, Sakura is very energetic, cheerful 10-year-old. She often comes across as naive, clumsy, dense, and clueless. Honestly, that probably described me at 10 years old. However, she has perceptive moments on occasion, and cheerfulness is one of her best qualities. Very athletic, being a member of her school's cheerleading squad, and an excellent runner, trait she inherited from her father. Her invincible spell, everything will surely be all right, has carried her through innumerable trials and obstacles as she masters her magical skills. Her catchphrase is, "Ho!" which is usually stretched and is used whenever she is shocked or scared, even the slightest. Optimistic and trustworthy character allows her to be friendly with everybody, very outgoing, and the entire series focuses on the friendships she creates with people, whether strangers, loose acquaintances, or rivals. In fact, her personality is a dominating factor in her relationship. Okay. So sometimes she's quite gullible and believes what everyone tells her. Her charm can win over. There you go. Very scared of ghosts. Known to be clueless about things relating to herself, but perceptive of others. Well, you definitely want to have some perceptiveness of yourself, right? You want to have some reflection of your being. You don't want to be totally clueless as to how you are as a person, how you present yourself, you know, some of your shortcomings and whatnot. I think it's very healthy to be critical of yourself, not overcritical, obviously. You don't want to, you know, basically make you frozen in time, but you do want to have a healthy perspective of yourself, how you conduct yourself, the actions you take. Shaoran, let's see, gradually became friends and close allies with Sakura. He also falls in love, start dating in the Clear Card arc. There's the manga, the anime. Boy, that is so different. Wow, the difference here is crazy. That's unbelievable. Go ahead and look at personality as well. Initially cold and cynical 10-year-old boy, as the heir of the famous Lee clan of sorcerers from Hong Kong, of which Clowreed's mother herself was also a member. Oh. Shaoran had firmly believed that he should be the one to capture and inherit the cloud cards, not Sakura. First appears as a rival in the story, capturing a few cards himself in the anime. His initial attitude towards her was cold, critical, and socially awkward, to the extent of never even addressing her by name until the 3rd season, and often criticized her bluntly for her flaws and clumsiness. Yikes. Or was he just addressing her like, "Hey, you over there"? He was also portrayed as somewhat of a loner, given they'd been taught to be independent, self-reliant. However, especially after Sakura is officially deemed the new mistress of the cards, SolyOrion drops his rivalistic attitude towards her and becomes a reliable ally and a beloved friend. As they spend more time together, he develops romantic feelings and becomes annoyed when she pays more attention to another guy. Oh, yeah, that happens. SolyOrion himself would not admit these feelings until late in the series after the advice of Yu and Tomoyo, the latter, of whom served as his confidant about his feelings. However, the naive and innocent Sakura is completely oblivious to those feelings and thinks of him simply as an intimate friend. Only after the final magical duel did he find the courage to confess to her how he truly felt about her. By the end of the series, he was completely mellowed in comparison. That's good. That's a wonderful arc. That's a wonderful story arc. I like it. I love you. Finally confessing romantic feelings, attractions. Excuse me. Well, that's a good story arc. That's a good character arc. I like that. Enemies, or not enemies, but rivals to lovers. Very nice. As he becomes more aware of his deep feelings for her, his denial over the romantic nature of them also increases. All right, I get it. He becomes more aware of it, and he's just like, no, not it. That can't be true. He tries to confess to her several times, but something continuously happens and derails the conversation. Yikes. Well, that's too bad. But eventually it worked. Eventually he got it out, right? Go ahead and move on to the next video. That is very sweet. I did enjoy that. Now it seems really nice. Like the arc of it and everything. The fiance part threw me for a loop. I'm like, wait a minute, these are children. But really it's just kind of like, hey, we're getting married someday, you know, innocent kid stuff. Not a formal fiance. Second video is from General Hospital, entitled Trina Robinson Unstoppable. Obviously in the Sprina universe, if you will. Go ahead and jump in. It's been a minute, so let's go.
I choose to put myself first. Stay away from him.
I'll smile, I know what it takes to fool this town. I'll do it till the sun goes down and all through the night time. Oh, yeah.
Crushing on Spencer.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what you want.
So much more than that.
Keep my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. Yeah, yeah. I put my arms around you.
What's taking so long with that confession, Spencer? Leave him alone.
Damn. Okay. Oh, dang. Boom. Wow, Trina.
Stay away from me.
The only person who I feel for is you. And I can prove it.
If you come near me again, I will call the cops. No one forced you to drug me. Spencer and I don't think about
True.
you at all. Don't worry. I'll save you the trouble. Be careful. Of course I will.
One thing is for sure, she has no problem standing up for herself, which is definitely a great quality. Sometimes it can be hard to do that, but depending on the situation, it can be hard. But seems like she's able to do it, which is excellent.
I can't stand to lose you too.
You can't get rid of me if you try.
We've been trying to find you.
And I've been trying to find answers.
He told me about you and Helena, and he will never be that person.
Just to be a character on a soap opera, you have to have resiliency. That is a fact. You got to have a strong sense of will, strong sense of identity, and a heck of a lot of resilience. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much-deserved love. That was a beautiful edit. Trina. Love wins, doesn't it? Above all, as long as the love is there and your passion is there, you're going to do just about everything you can for those that you love. Very clear that Trina is a very strong character. I mean, you'd have to be in a soap opera or a soap drama or whatever you want to call it. Those writers throw everything they can at those characters, and the fact that she's able to, bounce back from all that stuff is pretty impressive. Obviously, the acting with Trina is amazing. Both actresses that did it, I've seen both or edits of both. Very good. Just it's always interesting to see parts of that couple, Spencer and Trina. They're very strong characters on their own, but together, even stronger. That is impressive. It's something we all obviously want and look for in our own lives. If you're lucky enough to get it, kudos to you and your lovely significant other. But definitely something that we all kind of crave. Whether it happens or not, I have no idea. Okay, I'm not a fortune teller. I can't tell you the future. But if you've already found it, you've locked it down, congratulations. We're definitely all on that same path of trying to find it. Tabiana, I think it is. Talks General Hospital and whether Trina and Spencer are the next Luke and Laura. I'm assuming Luke and Laura are, mainstays, or they've been on the show forever. Spencer and Trina prepare for Paris. General Hospital star previews crazy, insane story. Quote, crazy, insane. This is from January 23rd of this year. You know what? This website's probably so much more tolerable that I have an ad blocker on. I had to turn an ad blocker on because the ads were not great. They were either terrible to look at or, doxing in some kind of way because they're all like location based or whatever. General Hospital star Tabiana also, didn't see too many soap opera heroines looked like her character Trina when she was growing up, and she certainly didn't see couples like Trina and Spencer, aka Trina, headed for super couple status. First for women caught up with the young actress, writer, and activist to dish the Sprina phenomenon, playing Hero in Port Charles and working with General Hospital legend Jeannie Francis, aka the Laura of Luke and Laura. Plus, with co-star Nicholas Chavez currently shooting Ryan Murphy's Netflix anthology Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. Could Trina and Spencer's Parisian semester abroad be the beginning of a short-term end? Tabiana talks flying into Spencer's arms in a hospital. Since signing on to play smart, respectful college kid Trina Robinson's San Antonio native, Tabiana Ali, has been loving life in the fabled town of Port Charles. It's been amazing, quote. Been amazing. It's such a full circle moment for me because my grandmother, my mother, and myself all watched General Hospital, and now I'm on it. Here's the actress who turns 22. Well, she did turn 22. It's such a big blessing. I don't know how anybody can look at this and not be grateful. It's incredible. That is super cool. To be able to be on a show that you watched and other family members watched, I mean, that's huge, right? Although that's going to change it a little bit, you know? You're just like, oh, I guess I'm on it. If your parent is watching it or something, they're going to watch for you specifically and cheer you on and all that stuff. I guess it would kind of change the feel of the show a little bit, but it would also be pretty cool. Ali's General Hospital's character, Trina, is a determined little powerhouse. There we go. Make that bigger. Who literally helped save the world last year, but that wasn't always the case. First introduced as a teen scene troublemaker played by Tiana Lee. From 2017 to 2018, Trina shifted gears in 2019 when Sydney took over. During Michaela's run, she grew the character to a part Charles heroine in her own right, and perhaps as importantly, helped set the groundwork for the Trina-Spencer pairing. By the time Ali assumed the role in 2022, Trina was knee-deep in a wild story in which Spencer Cassidy's vindictive girlfriend Esmee had framed her for posting revenge porn. The good girl was looking down the barrel at expulsion and jail, with Spencer seemingly siding against her. Taking over a role is never easy as an actor, and it's even harder to step into a love triangle that rests on the weight of undeniable at-first-sight chemistry. Undeterred, Ali hit the ground running to win over the Sprina army, and we're not just referring to that time she literally ran flying into Spencer's arms. That was such an unplanned moment, Ali says of the epic reunion scene in the clip above. I didn't know that's what I was going to do. I literally started running, and I was like, I can't stop. If I don't stop, I'm running straight through him, so I jumped. That storyline saw Trina sneak onto the notorious Haunted Star and put herself in untold danger to protect her Cassadine Prince and his baby brother from their fanatical Uncle Victor. With no fear for herself, the stowaway scurried around the yacht and helped foil Victor's crazy plan to save the planet by taking out most of humanity. What is he, Thanos? What? What the heck? That was such a Trina move, Ali says proudly. She's such a pacifist and yet the type to be like, let me stand by my friends and family. Let me do right by them and let me take care of that. She's such a fighter. That's just her nature, end quote. Trina is me, I am her, who already has 2 children's books. Wow. My Super Bee and My Flower Child to her name, and gives her time to Kiki Palmer's Cinderella program. Trina and I are very much alike in a lot of ways. The biggest one is that we both care a lot. We want the best for people. We see potential in people and we want to fight for them. That said, Ali wouldn't go quite as far as Trina has been known to go. There's a point where I'm like, okay, if you don't want the help, I'm going to go and you figure it out yourself. That's very true. You can't help the unwilling, right? Case in point, she felt Trina overstepped when she convinced Spencer to give up the paternal role he'd been playing to his brother, who happens to also be his ex-girlfriend Esmee's baby. Trina got her wish, but I would feel guilty telling somebody to let go of their family member, Ali admits. Regardless if it's a brother or not, I just don't want to be in the middle of that and or have a say in that. Yeah, that's a little much. In the real world, that'd be crazy. Could Sprina be this generation's Luke and Laura on General Hospital? Well, considering the ratings dips and drops when they're not on, I'm assuming, right? Since Ali joined General Hospital, Trina has learned Curtis, not legacy player Taggart, is her bio dad, and like both of her fathers, she's proven to be a consummate Port Charles hero. The level-headed college kid with an eye for art will jump at the drop of a hat for friends and family. In a very unsoapy move, however, she did not jump right into bed with Spencer. In their slow-boil romance, Spencer and Trina saw so many roadblocks that they didn't make love until last September. Along the way, every move the couple makes has had fans chirping about it on social media. It's insane in the best way possible, quote, Ali says of the attention. As a young girl, I never got to see myself in other actors or actresses that were in a love story like this. So to have myself be a hero to myself and maybe even others, it's amazing. And I love it. I'm enjoying it and soaking up every moment. Spencer and Trina being touted as this generation's, or their generation's, super couple. Some have even compared them to legendary Luke and Laura, who had 30 million viewers, and Liz Taylor attend their 1981 wedding. Holy cow. What? That romance started decades before Ali was born, but thanks to YouTube and her family of General Hospital fans, she understands the significance of the comparison. Quote, it's such an honor, says Ali. I'll take it. And I can kind of see it going in that direction. I know that's such a big thing to say because anywhere you go, if you say General Hospital, the next thing that person will say is Luke and Laura. I don't want to sound that cocky, but I've been told that our pairing gives this essence. While Elise has high hopes for Sprina and her own career, she remains in awe of Laura's portrayer, Jeannie Francis, with whom she now gets to share the screen. Quote, Miss Ma'am is such a regal and classy woman, Elise says of Francis, who first joined General Hospital as a teenager in 1977. Just to be around her energy and her essence, you can feel the wisdom and the knowledge on her. She's told me about how life was back in the 70s and how fast they used to work. I commend her so much for being able to hold that at such a young age. She's absolutely amazing. Ooh, teasing some drama. This week on General Hospital, obviously this is from January, Trina and Spencer say their goodbyes to family and friends before heading off to Paris for what they expect to be a romantic semester abroad. As longtime viewers know, however, an international trip usually turns into unexpected adventure and danger for Port Charles locals. There's some crazy and insane stuff about to happen, Tabyana Ali promises. I cannot wait for fans to see. Oh boy. Hold on to yourselves. Meanwhile, as the Trina and Spencer set off on their newest escapade on screen, production has begun on Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, and General Hospital star Nicholas Chavez is taking a temporary leave to play Lyle. If First for Women didn't know better, we'd be worried for Sprina's future. Instead, we're excited to see what kind of drama this could bring for Trina. After all, if something were to happen to Spencer in the coming weeks, Ali is sure to make the most of the turn. Plus, whatever fate Spencer meets, this is General Hospital, and as Steve Burton's run as Jason Morgan reflects, not even death can stop a beloved character from returning. General Hospital, blah, blah, blah. Okay. That is interesting. So, according to history here, something big's going to happen, or at least some crazy storylines. Very, very interesting. 30 million viewers is wild. Wild for a wedding. That is unbelievable. 30 million. That's cool. She did children's books. Very interesting. I will say this. She's making the most of her time in the spotlight, which is super smart. You never know, as an actor, just how long that spotlight will last. So definitely make the most of it. Do as much as you can. And I'm assuming towards the early part of your career, you just kind of accept things for how they are. Definitely less in the way of, I don't know, being picky over scripts and projects. Obviously, you don't want to do something terrible that could end up hurting your career, but I would assume you're a bit more open to things in the earlier parts of your career. Just like, all right, I got to get something on my resume, something to show people, like get a tape together where you can show people what you can do. So I'm assuming she's gonna start just blowing up on stuff, just like Nicholas has apparently. That's very, very impressive. That he's a part of a Ryan Murphy thing, like that's huge. Ryan Murphy's a big name, and to be able to, be involved in that is really cool. Next video is 11 minutes and 11 seconds of pure sweet serotonin. It is from Dimension 20. And let's go ahead and in. There is subtitles here, so I have the video adjusted accordingly so you can see it. And yeah, go.
We also have campaign manager, president, and party advisor.
The Wedding is the most viewed soap opera episode. Luke and Laura are probably the most popular couple. Welcome back, Morgan. Hello. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. And that kind of makes sense, obviously, because what are soap operas? It's relationships. It's drama. What better, I don't know, high point to a relationship is the wedding. So it kind of makes sense. But 30 million is unbelievable. Like, that is a lot of people. It's a lot of viewers.
You have a campaign war room.
Yes, everybody
pretty
gets
impressive.
like a message to meet me out in the forest behind Egg Fort.
Okay.
Hello? And I'm
there in a second.
Hello.
Let's do it.
Welcome, everybody.
I'm doing a perimeter check, don't worry.
Okay, I'm at work, but I have my crystal set up on the counter.
Okay, great.
I was watching that side and I just walked right in. You're bringing everyone to the woods?
Yeah, everyone to the woods. Everyone to the
What
woods.
do you want with the president? What do you want with the president?
Say hello. And
So, Kristen, you've assembled a team here. I'm also going to say we established in last year that Kristen was involved with the LGBT student alliance.
Oh, yes.
So Torek Rail Grinder is also here with like a dwarven button press, pressing.
So tight. All right, everyone, come in with me, and I'm gonna use a spell slot every single day and cast Lehman's Tiny Hut. And this is our war room, so we can all be inside here. But we can also look out and just see what's going on in the forest.
Cool.
And we've got we need some pollsters. So if anyone knows someone who'd be good, just polls? Yeah, go be out there polling. I need to know what people are caring about.
Okay.
I've got my agenda
I can
today.
do that.
I gotta leave school early and give a couple speeches. I'm gonna be at the Steelworkers Guild, and then I'm gonna swing by the Teachers Union.
Okay. I don't think they give the vote.
Kristen,
These people do not get the vote.
Kristen, it's only the high school that.
That's all the clubs that I'm in.
Matters. I will be cutting a ribbon at the dealership, and then I'm gonna come right back here to this war room and find out what you guys found out.
Okay. Yeah, I will pass out pamphlets and pins to everyone in all the clubs that I'm in.
I'll definitely survey.
This will be available every school day. So just so you know, you can come out here. I don't have to be in it. It's
Great.
up to 9 people though.
And I just found out that, I can't bring any strudel home, but if the sauce gets just thrown out at the end of the day, so if anybody wants any... Yeah, I
we
can
could
put
play
it in a...
slap bag at the party with the sauce.
Are we just gonna drink the sauce?
You slap the bag first,
The
but then
sauce
you
is really good. They won't say what's in it, but it's delicious.
We think, should we decide on what we're going to do to make Kristen a legend? I'm thinking maybe ride the hangman off a roof or something.
Oh, we could do something like that, yes.
Yeah, maybe ride it into your pool.
No.
Do you
Ride
have
the
a
hangman
pool?
into a pool.
No, you have to think about Kristen's dexterity.
Well, don't worry, the hangman does everything.
Exactly.
He's a
I'll just be
sentient
there eating
motorcycle.
shrimp on top.
Exactly.
And I can make you a helmet.
I would love that.
Perfect.
Can you have a streamer coming off of the back of the helmet?
Ultimate shrimp party. Ultimate shrimp party. Okay. We dress the hangman up like a shrimp, and we put a bunch of tartar sauce, and we fill the pool with tartar sauce.
Yes, and I go, anyone for a dip?
I don't see how this goes wrong.
Me neither.
I really love it. I can get the tartar sauce.
You're on security.
Fabian?
Ultimate Shrimp Party literally just reminded me of the fact that Red Lobster has had endless shrimp on the menu and they have lost millions of dollars because of it. That's unbelievable. People must have been showing up yeah, just give me shrimp, please. And those Cheddar Bay biscuits, those are free, right? Okay, just keep the shrimp coming.
Your crystal is blowing up.
Yes, hello?
Maisie is like, hey, is it
What's
cool
up?
if some Hudol kids come by?
Fuck yes, bring them on over.
Okay, are you sure? Because there's a lot of them.
Hey, how many? Like how many?
Have them bring a little bit of tartar
he
sauce
kind of
each.
breached the containment, so it's like there's 20 I know of, but I think it got out.
Well, tell all those motherfuckers to bring a friend. You're gonna be a fucking legend.
Yes, I am.
You should invite the steel workers.
I will. I'll invite the teachers as well. And
See,
everyone.
no,
Don't invite the teachers.
Says a lot of the skaters up from the Durrance and the Smith the rock up. So there's skaters all over town. We could go to the skate park.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, can you all build a ramp?
Yes.
Off the
Yes.
roof
Can we?
onto.
The great ramp of Marak beer. A ramp forged in the dark recesses of the underworld. My fathers and my fathers' fathers built a great ramp, and this ramp shall dwarf their ramp. And by dwarf, I both mean the double meaning of
See, now that we should put on a button.
Yes.
Rog calls the phone.
Yes, what's going on, Rob?
What's up, Crab King coming in hot?
Hey-o.
Hey, what do you listen? They're trying to get rid of a bunch of Goldschlager, you know? Yeah, that's the liquor that has flecks of gold in it.
Is it on Disney? It's like discounted?
It's discount, premium, because it got real hot in the back room.
Hey, all right. I gave you my credit card, right?
Yeah. How much is on here?
Fucking buy. Motherfucker, don't ask. Motherfucker, just buy.
Ooh, nasty boy.
Nasty boy.
Wait. Can we filter out the gold?
For you?
Yes.
Fine. Yes. All right.
you.
Yes.
Pour it all through like some cheesecloth.
Yeah, I'll do it.
A
And
milk
then I'd like
bag.
to be on whatever the fantasy version of Yelp is, just looking for some dudes who do septic who can come and suck all the water out of my pool, while at the same time looking for a catering company that can get me 500 gallons of tartar sauce.
Cornichons, not pickles, okay?
Give me an
You can tell when
investigation.
it was a
Give me an investigation check.
Okay, great.
Shrimp jump. That's so stupid.
That's a 19.
Hell yeah. You find a company that can do it, no problem. They're like, before tartar sauce? Yeah, we can get that there.
Great, fantastic.
All right, great. And we gotta get the water drained out, so we'll just get that into the storm drain.
Yes, that's perfect. Yeah, just throw that right out.
No.
Hey, and do you have any high school aged children?
What's that?
Do you have any?
For sale?
No.
So the question I have here is, what does the dice do? So if you roll a 19, does that mean it for sure happens, basically? Because it's a 20-sided die. If it's like a 5, can the Dungeon Master just deny you whatever you asked for or something? That kind of the gist of that, rolling the dice and the number comes up. I'm assuming that's what it is. Like it's like the probability of it happening. And the lower the number, the greater chance of something bad happening or it not happening. Or
At
something.
high school, there's a window.
Like, do you have any like
Honestly, cool middle school.
like children that you know that you have?
Applebee's is doing a shrimp jump.
Yes.
You see, he says, I don't know. And in the back, you hear
Applebee's
what
Dollaritas.
sounds like a high school kid be like, Kristen, Applebee's is doing shrimp jump.
She's doing a shrimp jump.
Click.
I'm doing push-ups to like get ready to like.
I have a little thing around your head trying to measure your head.
Do you think the hangman is gonna let you dress him as a shrimp?
Hangman?
And then
We're gonna dress you like a little shrimp, and Kristen's gonna ride you off of the top of the roof, off an ancestral ramp, and then into a pool full of tartar sauce.
What?
Come on, man. Come on.
I love you.
Yeah.
I will do it if you ask.
Okay, well, don't be like that, all right? Because I don't want you to. Hey.
Wait, I'm gonna do it for you, but I also need to be excited about it.
Like, you don't have to be like over the moon, but like I don't want to feel like I'm like making you do it, you know?
All
Does
right.
your butt ever itch for no reason?
What is that? What is she saying back there?
She's saying her butt itches.
Don't make her sit on me. She has to sit on me.
Well, you're gonna be dressed like a little shrimp. So
Tell her to shower day of.
Have you tried anything to figure it out?
No, but I'm like. I mean.
all right. Well, yes. It's. You find what you need inside to want this. All
They
right.
don't sell costumes for motorcycles.
Well, we're gonna make one.
Okay, Torex, so you need me to make a costume for a motorcycle?
Yeah, a little shrimp costume.
All right, I work in the theater department. I'll get back there.
Hell
and I'll-
yes. Hell yes.
Well-oiled machine, everybody.
You get everything together, and fuck it, Friday rolls around. Friday, you have like extra classes, and Gorthalak scheduled an owlbears practice, so you're gonna have like 45 minutes back at home. Question, do you dip from practice to get extra time to set up for the shrimp party or not?
Gorgak, one of us has to go back to my house and set up the shrimp party. We can't both go to practice.
Okay, I can help set up.
Obviously, by presenting this situation, I was the one who was going to.
I didn't know that was obvious. Okay, fine, I'll stay here.
Just tell them I was sick or something.
I don't know, where do you keep the shrimp and stuff? I guess, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know where the shrimp is.
Fabian chooses the party over the owlbears. Fabian, you head home for the president's details, so security, campaign manager, and president. What are you doing that day to like prepare as you're getting ready?
I've got eyes on my president.
Yeah.
Everyone here makes steel. And I think that's wonderful.
I'm scanning the audience.
You are in the lobby of a steelworkers plant, and the receptionist is looking up.
And I think that's beautiful.
Excuse me, miss, can I shake you down?
What? Can I shake you down?
I need to shake you down.
Not pat you down?
Pat me down?
Shake you down. Was this the mafia?
You're kids. Get out of here.
I'm so sorry. Let me take my sunglasses off. I'm Kristen Applebee's. I'm here to give a speech to the amazing workers here.
Look, for what? What are you going to speak to our workers about?
I'm a local candidate.
For what?
I'm running for president.
Of the town? Rushes in, having not realized that they were coming here.
I'm sorry. I'm just here to speak to the steel workers.
I'm sorry, but your attitude is harming the president. I tackle her.
You tackled me to pose that?
I run back to where the steel workers are working with my note cards.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
I got a 21 on my athletics.
Dexterity?
That's a 5.
5. You sprint through a pair of double doors, and an active buzzsaw clips the side of your head. Don't run in a fucking factory! Don't run in a fucking factory! The doors swing open and an
compromise.
The doors swing open and an Aarakocra in a suit walks in. I'm looking for a young woman named Wanda Childa.
Last I saw her, she got on a train to the Red Waste.
Give me a deception check.
I'll give you the help action.
That is a 25. And I'm gonna cutting words whatever his insight was. 2 less.
A train for the Red Waste?
Yeah.
One-way ticket.
You saw the ticket that she bought?
Uh-huh.
She had a lot of regret in her eyes.
She was a freaking turncoat, man.
Thank you for your help. He turns and walks out.
Well, our job here is done.
I heal myself.
I try to get Kristen up.
I was in a headlock the whole time.
Get out of here! And thank you for saving the world. Go!
Can I just leave my talking points? Okay, we leave.
They don't vote in this election.
They don't vote in this election. That's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I love the concept. It's kind of fun to see like more of like the interactions there, obviously in like a full story situation. It's impressive. I am impressed that they're able to be that quick on their feet with this. I don't think I'd be able to do it. I'd probably be one of the quiet ones just sitting there. Putting in something every once in a while, you know, mostly just eating food in the background. But link down below in the description for that wonderful video. Go throw it some love. That was something. That was definitely funny and interesting. I've never quite seen anything like that. Obviously, let me know down below in the comments the answer to my question about the dice. Or the die, I guess you could say. But let's go ahead and read just a little bit. It's not much, but let's go ahead and read just a little bit about that. Yeah, their personalities are unbelievable. The amount of humor in that situation is just unmatched. It is really something. Truly something. This is Fantasy High junior year. I guess the third year. Is the 21st season of Dimension 20, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable. It is 20 episodes. It was 20 episodes long, and it just ended May 22nd. It is fresh off the press. It continues the story of the bad kids from the Dimension 20's first main quest, Fantasy High, starring the original cast and led by Brennan. Brennan is a fantastic DM. I don't have a lot of examples of DMs, but his ability to just kind of go with it and be on, what am I talking about? Be on one, I guess. His ability to be on his toes and really come at you with some wonderful improv. The voices as well. The voices are incredible. Obviously, Critical Role that I got introduced to yesterday, they're all voice actors. So the voice acting and the voices must just be unreal from everybody involved. Obviously, Dimension 20 does a good job as well. Brennan is probably the most entertaining of everyone so far seen. But then again, he's also doing probably most of the talking. It's 52 hours, including adventuring party episodes. That's a lot of content. Wow. So if you're watching this, you have a lot of content to enjoy. Pretty cool how they have a hover for spoilers. Intrepid Heroes, the bad kids. Boy, there's all the episodes. Party politics. That's probably what we were watching, I'm assuming. Maybe not. Last we left off, our intrepid heroes had to leap to action as Dane, working her part-time job at Oodles of Strudel, happened to witness the sudden horrifying transformation of Cassandra, Kristen's goddess of doubt, mystery, and the night. Presence of Kalina, the Shadow Cat, as the newly resurrected familiar. This goddess seemed horrified by what now happened as sort of chittering, shifting, tinkling orbs of sharp razor crystal glowing red emerged from the chest of this goddess, her blood pooling on the floor as the shards took control of a series of mages around the Snods food court. Party continues to rage. Yeah, Kristen's presidential campaign. The names in here would throw me for a loop. There's no way I'd be able to figure out these names. There's no way. As a DM specifically, you would have to be so good at remembering little details and names. And the names are just insanely hard to pronounce. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if that was that episode. Maybe not. Brendan, that's going to be in the wiki for this season. It'll say, hey, the big moment where we learn the god's name. Rats who show hole. Oh, God. That's unbelievable. That is a really interesting concept. I gotta say. It is, D&D is one of those things that I've just kind of now looked into. Obviously, I had heard of it and have known about it for years. But very surface level. I've heard the name. I knew it involved a group of people. I knew it was very original concepts, etc. But I never quite looked into it at all. I don't know anybody that plays it personally. Yeah, I just never got really exposed to it. Interesting. Fascinating concept. I love the fact that they're all so like on it. And there's not a lot of, I don't know, it seems like there's no real filter, which is kind of cool. Like they could just go anywhere with it. And they're all just kind of in on this one big joke. And they're all putting in their elements to it. It's just very fascinating. Obviously, as far as the game rules go, assuming I've read before that there's like no real winning it. It just kind of is what it is, and the story unfolds how it unfolds. And eventually the story ends. I have no idea how do you wrap it up. I have no idea like the like what a dungeon master thinks of, or how they think of it, or how they wrap up a story. I guess it's just all very flying by the seat of your pants kind of stuff, where you just kind of go, well, okay, I think this story's kind of run its case, or run its, run its length, so let's just end it here. Like, I have no idea how that process occurred. But then again, I'm not a writer. I'm not much of an improv person, so I would have no idea. But the thinking behind a dungeon master, that would be interesting. How do you pick the story? How do you pick the characters? How do you know when to wrap it up? How do you know when to introduce a boss or something really challenging to the story? Those are all very interesting things I have questions about, but as of right now, I have no idea. So let me know down below in the comments if you have any sort of ideas as to the thinking behind a dungeon master. If you are a dungeon master, let me know and give some answers there. Let me into your mind on how that works. The next video is Carlos and TK entitled Wings from the show Lone Star, or excuse me, 911 Lone Star. I've reacted to a couple episodes of 911 Lone Star. I thought it was very interesting. Number one, because I had Rob Lowe. I've always been a fan of Rob Lowe ever since the Brat Pack days, the 80s. I wasn't really around for it, but I watched the movies after that. And I enjoyed them. So it's very cool to see him age and not age. I mean, the dude is blessed. The dude is very blessed. He keeps aging and he still looks good, which is surprising. But obviously he has very good genes and also a very good actor. I really loved his character on Parks and Rec. It was so good. So good. I highly recommend you check it out. Oh my gosh. That was such a good show. I'm so glad I binge watched that. Well, let's go ahead and jump into this video about 911 Lone Star.
Gather together on this day to celebrate the union of Carlos Tomas Reyes and Tyler Kennedy Strand in marriage.
So, you want to get married?
That's the plan.
Why?
Sunlight comes creeping in, illuminates our skin.
Should come back to bed. Just know that I'm always here for you.
And you're not alone. I'm right here with you.
What just happened? A worst nightmare, that's what happened.
Tell me about this boy. Tell me about this boy.
He's a 10. He's the one. This feels like a whole thing.
Hey, babe. Hi. Perfect timing.
Well, I'm not running today. I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here. You better come. In sickness and in health, right? That's what we're going for.
That's the idea of it, yes. Do a lot of people do that? No.
Thank you for saving my life. You saved me today, TK. It is okay to open up my heart again. You saved me for his Carlos.
I am my beloved's,
and my beloved is mine.
I thought you hated him.
I do. Oh my god.
But
I love you.
Bearded dragon.
If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be.
Isn't the roll of the dice that I fought. It was meant to be.
I might not even remember who you are. And I'll just have to introduce myself to you every day. I'll say hi. You're TK. I'm Carlos.
Sorry, what? He's having memory issues?
I'm not looking for this. Marry me. It's a meal. Our marriage proposal, TK. Tyler Kennedy Strand. If you're not doing anything this Saturday, will you still marry me?
Carlos, when I first met you, you looked at me as if you knew something about me that I didn't know about myself. I spent so long feeling like I didn't deserve happiness, but you changed that.
His uncle had disease.
Whenever I see you,
oh, okay.
Whenever I'm with you.
Yeah, that'd be a definite
And I
scare for
vow.
sure.
We are definitely not a mistake. This man is literally my heart.
It's a good way to test your
Take care
partner.
and
That's for
nurture
sure.
Your heart.
It's yours.
Obviously,
For the
it's
rest
very
of my
sad,
life.
but dang, it's
As
a
if
very
it's
good
my
test
burial.
if somebody's
One
really
day.
into you or not.
Yeah.
Tyler Kennedy Strand. You're the dream I would not allow myself to have. I have lived my life in so much fear. You are the key that unlocked me. The fact that I'm standing here with you today is nothing short of a miracle.
Appreciate the help on that, Slater.
Miracle, TK Strand.
Welcome back.
My miracle.
And no matter where the journey takes us,
I vow to be by your side.
The most important thing.
Is that TK's by my side? Because Carlos is my person. Doesn't that just...
Yes, I will marry the hell out of you, yes.
That is really sweet. Really sweet. Oh, God. Oh, right in the feels. Link down below in the YouTube description for that lovely edit. Go throw it some love. And also check out the channel. You might like some stuff on there as well. I always say that because who knows? You might. Lone Star was a very interesting change, spin-off, I guess you could say, of 911. Not surprising. Honestly, it kind of feels like when they did the spin-offs to Law and Order, like they just tried to build on the success and whatnot. May 2023, the series was renewed for a 5th season. Premiere delayed until the end of the strike. Yet another Ryan Murphy creation, which is just fantastic. I mean, Ryan Murphy does so much in Hollywood. It's unbelievable. Let's go ahead and bring up some information. It's funny, I only watched Lone Star, not the original. Oh, that is interesting. That is interesting. Have you ever given the original any chance, like post watching it? Like, does it interest you at all? Lone Star, procedural drama, obviously focusing on fire, police, and ambulance departments of the fictional company 126 located in Austin, hence the Lone Star title. I did try, I just didn't like it as much. Interesting. I watched 3 episodes. Well, you give it a shot. I mean, 3 episodes is definitely enough to decide whether you're into it or not. Sometimes I'll give a show a little bit longer. Maybe if it's like a huge like world or something, I need like more time to try to get into it. But I think for most things, like especially 911, 3 episodes is more than enough. That's interesting. Just a quick review because it's been a while. Brad Falchuk and Tim Minear from the co-creators there with Ryan, along with Ryan Murphy. Paul is a sophisticated New York firefighter who, along with his son, relocates from Manhattan to Austin, which is unbelievable. That is quite the change. Going from Manhattan, New York to anywhere would be quite the change. He must try to balance the duties of saving those who are the most vulnerable and solving the problems in his own life. Joined by other firefighters as well as members of the police department and emergency medical services, stars Rob Lowe as a co-executive producer. Pretty cool. Liv Tyler was in it too. That's very cool. I've always enjoyed her acting. Gina Torres. Very cool. She was fantastic in Suits. Fantastic in Suits. What a wonderful show. I think that's the only names I actually... And Michael Smith. Sounds kind of familiar. But yeah, Liv Tyler, Rob Lowe, and Torres are definitely 3 names I definitely know. Owen Strand, firefighter captain from New York, and TK's father, who's diagnosed with lung cancer as a result of being a first responder to the September 11th attacks, in which he also lost his entire firehouse. Having rebuilt his team in New York, he was asked to do the same in Austin. You want to like the original more than the spinoff, but I do like both shows. Well, isn't that interesting? We got both sides of the coin there. That's cool. It's very interesting. It just goes to show that, you know, different shows for different people. Very cool. Michelle Blake, paramedic emergency medical service captain. She's also trying to locate her sister Iris, been missing for 3. Revealed in the 2nd season that she left the 126 to help homeless people with mental illness like her sister. It's kind of too bad that Liv wasn't in it longer, unfortunately. Gina as Tommy Vega, an EMS replacement captain. Oh, okay, so they brought her in. Tommy, mother of twin daughters, re-entered the workforce after 8 years to support her family when COVID-19 caused her husband's restaurant to close. Honestly, that's a good switch. I enjoy that. That's good. Gina's a fantastic actor. Yeah, let's look a little bit closer into TK and Carlos. Make this a little bit bigger so it's easier for everybody to read, including myself. TK, and I'm just overwhelmed, but you know, that's not new. In the past, I'd cope with these feelings in a pretty unhealthy way, so instead of calling a paramedic, I'm thinking of becoming one. Gotta count for progress, right? Pretty awesome. Former New York firefighter relocated to Austin with his father. Debuts in the first episode of the first season. Obviously had a drug addiction. Relocating to Texas, that would be interesting. Going from Manhattan to Texas would be very interesting. Getting shot. Apparently got shot. Becoming paramedic. Moving out. Oh, he moved out of his dad's home. TK and Carlos. Good grief. This zooming is all over the place. Come on now. Zoom out. Zoom out a little. TK and Carlos move in together with Owen's help. TK talks to him, asking if he's really okay with it, and how TK doesn't like the fact that Owen will recover from his surgery alone. Owen reassures him by saying that he won't be alone. Buttercup will be there. Later in the week, TK wakes Owen up at 2:30 in the afternoon and asks Owen how long he had been hiding the fact that he's depressed. TK learns that Owen canceled his cancer surgery and plans an intervention for him in Owen's living room along with Carlos, Paul. Wow. TK gets hurt a lot. TK reassures him that this is a safe space. He could talk to him about what's happening. Owen asks Carlos what he thinks, and Carlos says that he's understandably on alert. Good grief. That gets deep. That gets really deep and dark. TK asks him why he canceled his surgery. Owen confirms he canceled his surgery, but it's not because he's depressed or has a death wish, because TK was in the hospital and Judd had his car accident. It didn't feel like the right time. TK tells Owen he needs to reschedule the surgery right away because it took him months before scheduling the first, only because he was, quote, going to become a father. Owen says that, quote, he was already a father and that he will forever regret that choice of words. Owen asks about what if the surgery isn't successful and they can't get out all the cancer, and TK tells him he's not afraid about that. He's afraid they won't find any more cancer and that he'll lose his biggest excuse to feel sorry for himself. Owen puts an end to the intervention and they all leave the house. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that is brutal. That is absolutely dark. That would be an interesting scene. Wow. That was gripping and I was just reading it. Let's obviously bring TK as Carlos's love interest throughout the series. They first met in season 1 during a car accident where both the Austin PD and Austin Fire Department are needed. Where'd it go? Rescuing Carlos. What? Wedding struggles. Oh my gosh. Forced relapse. Oh my. What just happened there? Where did it send me? Come on now. All right, here we go. Later, we see Carlos asking TK to dance whilst they are all at the bar at the end of their first shift. The relationship grows as the series goes on, and they eventually move in together in season 2. However, sometime between that season and season 3, they break up, but soon get back together after TK ends up in a coma after saving a kid from hypothermia. At the end of the 3rd season, TK proposes to Carlos, and the two become engaged. 4th season, they are planning their wedding. Carlos is kidnapped. Good grief. TK scrambled to rescue him. They are each other's. That's lovely. Carlos, quote, and I already told you, TK, when I married Iris, I was the project trying to fix myself, but I wasn't trying to fix something, ... that wasn't already broken. Get to competent, gentle, kind, and smart. Carlos is very caring towards the people he loves, especially his friends and family. Takes his job as a police officer very seriously, even going so far to do whatever it takes to save people despite the risk. Shown signs of anxiety. Keeps a lot of his bad feelings to himself. Describes as a control freak multiple times too by himself or by other people. Shown some signs of jealousy when it comes to TK, and especially when TK was spending time with his sponsor, Cooper. A little bit of jealousy is fine. I don't think that's a bad thing. Shows just how invested you are. Now, if it becomes too much, then it's crazy. But I think just a little bit, a hint of it, is totally fine. Hates confrontations. Like when he didn't tell TK that his parents didn't know about him and let it blow up, or when he avoided telling his parents about breakup with TK. Can also be seen when he is avoiding telling TK about being married to Iris, so he's forced to reveal it by the wedding venue calling him. This is just a reiteration of that other paragraph in the other article, but we do have a page on their relationship. They met in the pilot. Well, that seems like a pretty good place to meet. Look at some trivia here. Nope. Okay. Look at the 4th season. TK and Carlos are making wedding preparations and are struggling to find a venue. Eventually they find one, but the closest time they can get is in 8 weeks. Carlos still hasn't told TK that he's currently married to Michelle Blake's sister, Iris. What? Oh. That's a little brutal. Oh my gosh. I think we read in that previous one that he had to tell TK because of a phone call. So I'm assuming he knows now. But yeah, that is brutal. Still married. Good grief. How do you let that slide? I get it. You're not trying to end the relationship, but good grief. That's a kind of a big one. It's kind of a big piece of information. In a bright and cloudless morning, TK and Carlos get engaged after TK wakes up Carlos at 3:18 in the morning and told him they couldn't waste another second not being married to him. Later that week, they announced it to their friends over dinner, and they all cheered. And that must have been that scene where Owen was like standing up or whatever, and it seemed very much like a announcement kind of setting. Yeah, and they were getting married, so he had to get divorced before getting married. He thought she was dead. Oh. Interesting. Well, I guess that kind of saves it a little bit, but dang. How about future planning a little bit? You gotta think about the legal stuff first. Because what is marriage, right? It's a government contract, basically. Covenant with God, if you believe that. But yeah, it's a contract. You're signing papers, submitting taxes together. So it makes sense you would have to take care of that. Oh, that would kind of annoy me. I would not be surprised if TK was a little annoyed at that. Like, dang, you didn't think of that prior, so we could just, get into this? When she showed back up, he left the marriage so he could have his insurance for... Oh, gotcha. Yeah, well, okay. I kind of get that. Granted, I almost think... I don't know, is that... that medical insurance fraud? What is that? Hopefully not. It's a little gray area there. PK was actually very forgiving. Well, that's good at least. Yeah, it makes sense. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, that would be something I would probably come out with pretty quick. Like, hey, I think she's dead, but I stayed on because of this. But if we make it that far, I'll have to get divorced or whatever, and it's just paperwork and stuff like that. I think he would bring that up at least earlier. I don't know, maybe he was embarrassed by it or something. Or he just didn't want to talk about it. Just also understandable, I guess. Morning after Gwen's death, Carlos comforts TK by telling him the reason to apologize for his first travel to New York being for Gwen's funeral. Tells him that he's going to get some food for them and that he loves him. TK tells him he loves him back, and once Carlos leaves the loft, TK leaves the firehouse to... Wow. TK reassures him and tells him that he's fine, that the blood on his shirt isn't his. Been through some stuff. That is for sure. As I'm looking at this wiki, I'm realizing just how much stuff they've been through. God. But then again, that kind of makes sense. If you're, involved in a first responder kind of lifestyle, you're going to have a lot of close calls and issues. And I have heard, I think this is just a stereotype, but I have heard that first responders have generally rocky relationships, to say the least. Lots of divorces, lots of affairs. Obviously, stress is a big thing. But yeah, I've heard some interesting stories. Not saying that involves everybody involved, but it is kind of a stereotype for first responders. The relationships don't last very long. Or at all. Because it is a hard life. It is a hard life for sure. You're dealing with a lot of, I don't know, issues. A lot of curveballs, if you will. Let's go ahead and hop in to the last video of the day. It is Attack on Titan's TikToks because the end is coming. I'm assuming this is involving the end of Attack on Titans and not the end of the world, but who knows? You know, the world is as the world is, so it might be the end of the world. Who knows? If you can predict that, let me know.
Story ever made. Introducing Attack on Titan.
I've reacted to a bit of Attack on Titan. I thought it was very interesting. The animation's gorgeous. And that first episode hit hard.
Move on.
I think the mother dies or whatever. Yeah, it is brutal. I did not see that coming.
Pick your side, Krista. Aaron, or the bitch I'm gonna kill.
Damn.
To me, this is the only show I've ever watched as the episodes rolled out from start to finish. Well, soon to be finished. It has been 10 years of watching Attack on Titan, and what an absolutely extraordinary journey it has been.
Charlie. Whoa. That was so cool. Oh my god.
Take that and rewind it back. Lil John got the beat to make your booty go. Take that, rewind it back. Ursula got the voice to make your booty go.
God. I almost had PTSD from that song. It was played constantly, everywhere.
The rest of you follow me to where the Titans are gathering and cut them down! Got it! Wait! You're not part of the offensive! Die! My very first ODM kill!
The only way I know about ODM gear is because of Fortnite, which is sad to admit, but it's true. I absolutely loved it. It's by far one of the best movements because you could actually attack while moving. It's amazing.
Are you lonely? Our fingers dancing where they meet. You seem so lonely. I'll be the only dream you seek. So if you're lonely, no need to show me. If you're lonely, come be lonely. Are you lonely? いい子だからおとなしくするんだ。
So my fingers like a nigga white me. Got another shorty, she ain't nothing like me. Yeah.
Come on now.
About to catch another fight. Apple bottom make him wanna bite. I just wanna have a good.
Your lovers and a bitch for my heart to eclipse now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, all the rebels just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might be over now, but
Obviously a big fan of Levi. Freaking ODM gear. So good. Love how they put the genre of Attack on Titan, dark fantasy. That is very, from what I've seen about it, very accurate.
ダメだ。まだ何も言ってないよ。
Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still savvy, soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61, remember life and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month.
Honestly, there might not be anything better than anime food. It is just so good.
Section Commander Hanji, 4th Squad. Hanji!
もういい。これ以上聞いてられない。
Please don't go alone. It's too dangerous.
Bye, Ervin. I'll come back with a prisoner.
Hanji, wait!
Mhm.
Levi! That idiot.
Take a look at this.
5 seconds of summer.
This omnidirectional mobility gear is an anti-Titan weapon made in Paradis.
I gotta say, the action sequences of Attack on Titan are just incredible. I've only seen a little bit, and I am just floored. The darkness, the action scenes, like it just all works. Is that the ending? Is that the ending? I think it might have been. Yes. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original edit. We'll throw it some much-deserved love. Amazing show. Apparently it did conclude November 5th, 2023, so it was recent. It was the end of the show, which is pretty amazing. Dark fantasy anime television series adapted from the manga, obviously. Attack on Titan has also aired on Adult Swim's Toonami programming block in the US. I think that's where I first heard about it, was on Adult Swim. And then, well, I went through a little phase there of Adult Swim, and then I just kind of forgot that it even existed. But, yeah, that's where I first heard about it. I didn't actually watch it, but I've definitely heard about it. Set in a post-apocalyptic world where the remains of humanity live behind walls, protecting them from giant humanoid titans. Attack on Titan follows protagonist Eren, along with friends Mikasa and Armin. Excuse me, I think I just hit the mic. When a colossal titan breaches the wall of their hometown, titans destroy the city and eat Aaron's mother. That was the first episode. That was unbelievable, that introduction to the show. It just went to, obviously it set up Aaron's revenge story, vengeance, but it was just so dark, so dark. I was shocked, absolutely shocked when I saw his mother get eaten. I was just like, whoa. Like, there is no holding back. Like, this is 100 miles per hour. Like, we're going places. We're doing things. This is going to be brutal. Vowing vengeance, Aaron joins the elite Survey Corps, a group of soldiers who fight against Titans. It chronicles Aaron's journey with the Survey Corps. They fight against the Titans while investigating their origin and history. Since its debut, has received universal critical acclaim, numerous accolades, and considered one of the greatest anime series of all time. Critics and audiences have praised the show for its storytelling, animation, action sequences. As I kind of pointed out, it's just unbelievable. Like, just by far the best anime action scene I think I've ever witnessed. Which, by the way, I haven't witnessed a lot, so don't hold that into high esteem, but it is certainly something I've been exposed to on a little fashion, and it's pretty amazing.
Do it!
Welcome, Venom. Welcome.
Just
Thanks for joining.
do it!
Let's see, where did I leave off? Voice acting, characters, action sequences, as I mentioned, original and dubbed. Reacting to viewer videos, we absolutely are. These were all requested by ToddReacts.com members. Obviously, if you want to request your own, you could do so via the website on one of the tiers. Soundtrack and dark themes. Definitely dark. The anime is noted for its widespread appeal and enormous global popularity, being cited as an important factor in introducing anime to a new generation. You got a video? Sweet. Let's, submit it. Let's see it. Join the Discord as well. You could actually join the conversation and the group and the community. We're up to, I think, almost 70. We're close. I think we're one away from 70 members. Dang, this is impressive. How long this show ran and how lauded. Witnesses his mother dying after being eaten by a man-eating giant humanoid creature called Titan. God, that was absolutely brutal. I remember watching that and reacting to it and just being floored. I just couldn't believe it that was in the first episode. Just brutal. Later on, Aaron is eaten by a Titan himself, but discovers that he can transform into a Titan, control it, and fight as he would as a human. Aaron learns how to use his newfound powers to combat the Titans and continues his training as more Titans continue to flood into his homeland. I'm assuming as soon as the wall is broken, all hell breaks loose. And it's like a constant flow of Titans. 94 episodes. It went on for 10 years. I mean, that is so impressive. Attack on Titan's ending isn't supposed to feel good. Aaron's journey is relatable, which is what makes his ending so difficult. Go ahead and make this just a little bit larger so we can all read it. Watching the final episode of Attack on Titan in 2023 made me feel exactly like I did reading the final chapter of the manga 2 years ago. The primal screams of the voice actors, goosebump-inducing soundtrack of anime god Hiroyuki, and mostly crisp animation of Mappa, close to but not quite on the same level as Wit Studios' work on the first and second seasons, all enhanced the experience. Still, the emotions they stirred up inside me were the same ones I felt scrolling through the manga on my laptop: fear, sadness, and shame. Editor note, this post discussed the end of the anime and manga. Yes, obviously. The ending of the anime, like the manga before it, has generated mixed responses, with many of the complaints boiling down to the handling of Aaron's character. Once heavily disliked by the fan base, popularity went through the roof. When following the mid-series time skip, he turned from an incompetent crybaby, seemingly invincible force of nature, one whose decision to destroy the world appeared to be based on an enlightened understanding of human nature, traveling to Marley and seeing how the country is hell-bent on eradicating the people inside the walls, Eren comes to believe that different races and cultures could never live together in peace, and that for one to flourish, the other needed to die. Let me just go ahead and put this in there as well. Ow. If the first special was to establish Eren as the unstoppable force, Special 2 reveals that the person hidden inside his big, scary Titan body is in fact the same pathetic, helpless child we met at the beginning of the series. In the previous episode, Eren already hinted that the justifications for his crimes were flawed, that he did what he did because he wanted to do it, not because he needed to. In part 2, during a private conversation with his lifelong friend, Armin, the facade breaks down further. They acknowledge that his plan might fail, possibility confirmed by those end credits, which show the cycle of war continuing far into the future. Final shot of the anime, an unnamed boy coming across the same place founder Ymir discovered her divine powers, even suggests that the Titans themselves will eventually return. Confronted by his imminent demise, Eren's stoic demeanor gives way to tears. He tells Armin he wants Mikasa to think of him for years to come. Wow. Okay, so that's kind of an interesting ending. To understand what makes these plot points so upsetting, we have to go back to the first episodes. Although Eren was, as mentioned, heavily disliked by viewers, he was still the protagonist, and the qualities that made him so frustrating to watch, stubbornness and incompetence, also made him incredibly relatable. Right. In Eren, Attack on Titan's angsty adolescent fan base could find a perfect mirror, someone who feels deeply yet is unable to express themselves to others, who wishes desperately to achieve his lofty goals but fails at almost every turn and is humiliated for it. Gosh, yeah, that's definitely relatable. Sadly. That's definitely relatable. But the main thing is that you don't give up, right? Even if you're humiliated, even if you fail at every turn, it's the persistence. Persistence that means everything. This interpretation of Eren explains why his character became so popular in the second half of the series when he turned from a protagonist into an antagonist. The average viewer wasn't excited by the rumbling because they have genocidal aspirations of their own. Rather, they were excited because the story of Attack on Titan is set to make us identify with Eren and wish for him to succeed at something. Anything. Why did this happen? Quote, he asked, kneeling in the blood of 80% of humanity. I finally understand. It's because I'm an idiot. An idiot you can find anywhere, who got himself incredible power. Well, there you go. Relatable hero. Attack on Titan takes the opposite route, settling on a protagonist whose fragile ego turns him into a villain, a monster, a devil, a loser. Eren's ending isn't sloppily written, far from it. The evolution is intentionally jarring and somewhat unsatisfying, functioning as a rude awakening for anyone who, at any point in the series, felt they recognized a part of themselves in him. I know I did. A high school freshman who suffered from social anxiety and dreamed of one day becoming a world-famous writer, I admired pre-time skip Eren's drive and willpower. Yes, continuing to fight on even though you're failing. I commended his ability to stay true to himself, the single-minded conviction with which he pursued his goals, and just how little he appeared affected by ridicule and criticism from those who doubted him. I also sympathized with his self-loathing, with the way he agonized over his own shortcomings and deliberately punched himself in the face when he felt that his best wasn't good enough. That's amazing. To this day, no other piece of media, film, show, book, or video game has spoken to me the way Attack on Titan has. For years, I saw the series as a friend, a confidant, as dear to my heart as a living, breathing person. Eren's maxims penetrated the reptilian part of my brain, where they lived rent-free, echoing whenever I was disappointed with myself or angry at the universe. The lonely teenager, Attack on Titan convinced me to trust my own emotions, embrace my own identity, and fight to turn my dreams into reality. As a wiser, more well-adjusted adult who doesn't feel so lonely or misunderstood anymore, my attitude has changed. While I still think there is something unique and universally human about Eren's character, I now recognize his ego as weakness, not strength. Something that clouds his judgment, pushes away loved ones, and puts himself and everyone in danger. Yes, ego is not good. You should have a little bit, you should have some confidence in yourself. But having too big of an ego and thinking you're better than everyone and you're the one that saved the day and all that stuff, like that is not good. That is definitely pride before the fall. Watch Eren's death as to let go of your inner child or your pitiful temper tantrums and the naive, oversimplistic worldview that seeks to provide excuses for them. To finish Attack on Titan as a whole is to take a deep breath and say to yourself, that was that. Now it's time to grow up. Interesting. That's an interesting take on it, honestly. Recognizing yourself, your own immaturity, maybe your own ego, and kind of realizing, it ultimately probably led to his downfall. I have no idea. Obviously, I haven't watched it. But, dying in the end, that's not exactly great. But it seems like, at least in some of those quotes towards the end there was a bit of self-reflection there in the final moments of Eren, hoping for the best. Very, very interesting. Attack on Titan showed the industry just how big anime could get. Yeah, I remember when Attack on Titan hit the store in Fortnite. I had no idea what it was. I had no idea what it was, but I really loved the ODM gear. Movement was incredible. The fact that I could attack and move at the same time, incredible. Now to see it in action was very cool. It was very neat to see that. I literally have never seen it before. That's very cool. Lots of I don't know, moral stories there. Lots of interesting storyline growth, and then what seems like going back, like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Excuse me. Wow, deep, very deep. What I'll say about that. That was an excellent edit, by the way. If you had watched the entire series as it was releasing, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you agree with this point of view from this Polygon writer? Do you think it's kind of like a, as you get a little older or as you watched it, you started to see a lot of flaws in Eren? And was it relatable? Do you relate to it? Obviously, a little bit of that, I think, is very relatable. Like the, let's see. Pathetic, helpless child. Like some of that kind of relate to, honestly. The failing over and over again, especially when you're younger. Yeah, that's just so stubbornness, incompetence. I think that's something we all kind of suffered with as we were younger. Thinking we knew more than we knew. Very much that teenager arrogance, I guess you could call it. Parents know nothing, I know everything. Very much. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the YouTube comments. I hope you have enjoyed the videos today. Been a good mix. We have done, let's see, Cardcaptor, Sakura, General Hospital, Dimension 20, 911 Lone Star, and we wrapped it up with Attack on Titan. Go ahead, if you want to request your own videos and you have some in mind and you're like, I want it on stream, I want it to get reacted to, I want people to see it, go ahead and join the series or season tiers on the website, toddreacts.com today. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Todd Reacts. We are over 12,000 subscribers now, and we are marching towards 20,000 and hopefully increasing it to, I don't know, the moon. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. I'm happy to have each and every one of you subscribed and joining in on this journey. I don't know where it's going to take us. You know, the videos are requested by ToddReacts.com members, and I never know, you know, where I'm going to be taken with this. So it's kind of been interesting. We've gotten to see very different algorithms, you know, YouTube algorithms throughout the requests and whatnot. So who knows what this channel is going to be in a year from now, which is very exciting. Slightly terrifying, but very exciting nonetheless. And I'm glad you're here for it, along on this journey, this adventure through the internet, one video at a time, or I guess right now, 5 videos at a time. And follow the Twitch channel if you're watching live on Twitch. Make sure your notifications are on for YouTube and Twitch well, so you know live or the video posts. Eventually, I'll be dual streaming on both at the same time for these reactions. I already do that with the gaming reactions. So if you want to check out the gaming reactions, I do it on Twitch, but I also do it on the Todd Reacts Plays YouTube channel, which is a specific gaming channel I started a couple weeks ago now. And I just did a Fortnite stream yesterday. I did Life is Strange every Saturday, and Saturday's typically the gaming stream day. But every once in a while, you know, throw one in there, surprise. All of a sudden, you'll see me live, and you'll just be like, "Wait, what's happening? what's he playing?" But we will be doing a poll for the next game to play, so look out for that. Subscribe to the Todd Reacts Plays channel. You'll see the poll. It'll also be posted on the Discord as well. Join the Discord. It's free. It's available. I think we're close to 70. I think we're at 69 giggity. 69 members right now and growing. It'd be cool to get it to over 1,000, honestly. Let's get these conversations going. We have tons of fun channels. If you think of one you want and you have something you want to talk about and you think there's going to be people in there to talk about it with you, just request it on the Request a Channel channel, and then we'll make it for you. And you can post in there into your heart's desire. And yeah, check out the summer collection of merch. Just dropped on June 1st. Lots of good items. Check the accessories as well. There's new ones there as well. I hope to see you all tomorrow on a Wednesday stream, reaction stream. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. It's just been a little over 2 hours. Not too bad. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Obviously, the timestamps will be in the description on YouTube. If you want to just jump around, have fun. I will see you all on the next one. Take care of yourselves.